Alrighty, I think we're live then.
Yep. Just switch mine over. There we go.
Alright, this was just like a really quick setup thing.
Yeah.
This is very much improvised. So yeah. So don't want to move too much. Recenter myself. Alright, so yeah. Hello. Hi, chat of one. Been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So I got my boy Optimus right here.
Hello.
And I figured let's just, I don't know, chat about whatever. I mean, for God's sakes, it's called VR chat. Why not chat?
Yeah.
So, yeah, fuck it. Let's just start off with something simple. Game we've been playing a decent amount of recently, Paladins.
Yeah.
I remember first seeing it when it came out, with like when Overwatch was doing its whole shtick of like, oh yeah, it's the TF2 killer, and then Paladins kind of sprang up as like a free to play alternative, and I thought that was, well, it was an interesting take. Personally, I'm kind of surprised how it still seems to be pretty alive, and Overwatch isn't really talked about anymore. It's more of a joke than anything.
I think it's kind of dying. Just like TF2 is.
Yeah, but at least they're not being infested with bots, so
Yeah.
that's one thing they have over.
That's just because Valve won't fix it.
That's true. That's true.
What, we
Annoyingly.
just got an update today
Yeah,
for
and it
TF2?
just looks like
Bugs and stuff?
the potted plant finally fixed some bugs, but that's really it.
Yeah, which the boss I would consider a bug.
It's really sad what's happened to Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
It used to be one of my favorite games. Nothing's gonna replace it, but honestly, with where it is right now, with the absolute neglect Valve's giving it, I don't see it ever making a comeback, which is honestly really depressing.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, so. But yeah, Paladins is, well, actually, let's just go back with Overwatch real quick. Overwatch, I didn't really find super like engaging. When I played it, at least, I was basically just like a pocket healer, because I'm like, I don't fucking know what any of these guys do, so I just went pocket heal, and that was okay, but I got bored really fast. And even when I wasn't playing Mercy, like playing the other characters like Torbjorn, I'm gonna like put a disclaimer real quick. This is before the reworks. That's how long ago I played. This was before all of those reworks where they kept changing
the names of the
everything.
characters?
Not the name changing, I mean the actual gameplay changes. Like, there was some actual like major changes they did to a lot of the characters, which I don't really like. For instance, like, what the heck was it? Yeah. Freaking, Mercy. She was one of the first ones to get a rework. Where her ultimate used to be just res all in range. It was basically the Limit Break 3 healer had in Final Fantasy, where, oh, your team just died from like a fucking party-wide thing? Well, undo all that. Which, yeah, it was a little broken, but you know what? I think it was still pretty fun, and I can see how it'd be like, oh, well, that's kind of bullshit, but at the same time, at a competitive level, you guys should, try to actually think about that and stop that from happening, And I think that's one of the biggest things they kind of missed out on, was like, by making things simpler, they kind of took out any thought you'd have to put into it. You know what I'm saying?
The guy took the character from it.
Yeah, because like the whole thing with her is she could res, and then it's like they made her res on like an ability that's a single target and had a long cooldown, and it's like, yeah, okay, but still, like, they made her really weak after that. And I mean, yeah, she's still just the basic healer, but still, come on. her whole shtick was like mass res, where like you wouldn't like completely fuck over the match, you
Yeah.
know. But and then one of the other characters got to rework, Torbjorn. Torbjorn actually kind of plays similar to how Barrack plays now on Paladins. Well, minus the 2 sentries. I don't remember what they made his ability to be. It's been that fucking long since I've touched Overwatch. I just have not had the interest at all. But whenever I played it last, comparing it with Torbjorn, I remember it was you put down a sentry and then you use your melee to build it up, and then once you have it build up again, from there you just like you once it's built to level 2, then it's just set and forget sort of thing. You can also repair it and whatnot. With how it is now, they got rid of the leveling, and they kind of made his whole his ultimate. It used to be like, oh yeah, the level 3 sentry. That isn't a thing anymore. His ultimate powers him up, but his sentry doesn't change at all, which you could argue, oh, well, you have to be more skillful, and it's like,
But if his main point is working with sentries, they should get something too.
Right. That was my whole problem, is I felt like it really just totally took away from it. That, like I said, that's just my opinion on it. So, just checking the dead chat, don't mind me. I didn't announce this anywhere, so
Yeah.
this is literally just talking into the void. I mean, it's
Void.
like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
No one wants at it. No one wants Discord pings at this hour.
Yeah.
So yeah. Back with Paladins though, like Paladins, I don't know what it is. I'm just having a lot more fun with it.
Yeah, it is pretty fun.
Like playing through, I mean, I've only really played as 3 or 4 heroes, like Victor, Barrack, a little bit of Bomb King after I finally got the Twitch Prime thing to work, and my main go-to, who I've been kind of low-key obsessing over, Moji.
I've been playing Barrack, trying to get good at him, just because, you know, sentries and stuff like that.
Honestly, the main reason I freaking love Moji is she's basically like, you take the pyro, let him use flamethrower and the flare gun at the same time,
Overpowered.
and you also give her Diva's defense matrix of deleting projectiles that come at you. Yeah, and it's pretty fun, especially with like the scamper to like run around quickly, and how you can use that with the ultimate to just dash in for a quick kill.
When it works.
Yeah, that ultimate is so buggy. It is. I have died too many times due to really crappy hit registration. But it is what it is.
Barrack's ultimate, I think, does need a little bit of tweaking. It's a little underpowered.
Yeah, because even when you put it down in a group of people, the flamethrower does like no damage. At least from what I've noticed, it just seems really kind of bad.
Yeah.
Best way to put it is it's just kind of bad.
I've been just kind of ignoring it most of the time.
Yeah, understandable. But yeah, like with Moji's default setup with like the snack attack, with the running around and on kill drop a health kit, it's like, oh great. Now she also has the thing from Scout with dropping the health kit, but it's like a medium health kit. This is amazing. I love this.
Yeah, I think while Bomb King's in the free rotation, I should give him a try. Because you didn't seem like you could really get a handle of him.
I guess. My whole issue with Bomb King is it's like the way he's set up, it makes you want to sticky spam. But his bombs just don't have the range for it. And I mean, yeah, part of it is like, oh, Lamau, get better aim. But there's a point where it's like, even on a direct hit, that's like what, only 800? Versus Moji, where I can flamethrower for like 2 seconds on an enemy, hit them with my primary, there's 1,000 right there.
Yeah.
And you can't even really set up traps. If you noticed, I was trying to set up a trap on the payload when I was playing as Bomb King.
Oh, okay.
Those bombs did not last very long.
Huh.
They don't have a long lifespan before they like disappear, because I don't even think they auto detonate, which is a little annoying to say the least.
What else to say?
Yeah. Also, his other abilities, like the stun bomb, I can see being helpful, but like his F, or like my left shift ability, it's kind of weird. It's like a knockback bomb, but it's underwhelming. Like, I expect it to do more.
Yeah.
It really doesn't do as much as it should. I don't know why that is. That's just how it is, and I don't get it.
Understandable.
It's like, honestly, playing him makes me miss whenever I was using the Quickie Bomb launcher in TF2. That thing is so much fun. You sacrifice half your clip, but you get to just spam way more.
Yes.
Spam is the name of the game.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, it technically isn't, but, you know, that's my way of playing the game. I keep opening menus on accident. It's like, you know, you'd think after 20 hours I'd get the hang on the controls, but then again, 19 of those hours have been figuring out troubleshooting.
Yeah, you did just have to get your headset replaced, so.
Yeah, headset replaced, constant like fucking around with settings.
Thanks a lot, Oculus.
New computer, graphics update, fucking extension, literally all the troubleshooting in the world, even having to roll back to Windows 10 because Windows 11 with AMD CPUs is not a thing.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Bad performance.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, let's eat half the frames unless the console output is visible. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't get it. Just jank.
Yes. Only if Oculus didn't make a cheaper headset that had a cheap charging port.
Yeah, honestly. What else? I really do think you might actually dig Final Fantasy 14. I know I've had to tell like a lot of people who I keep trying to get to play it. It has a really slow boil. Like, seriously, it has a slow boil. You can't just get into it and get to the good part in like 10 hours. It takes a while.
That's part of the reason I haven't wanted to try it, because, you know, my bad internet. The only time I'd be able to play is here.
Yeah, that's true. In your case, it'd be like you'd need to get like a story skip and a job skip.
Yeah, and
I just wish they put those on. I wish they would put those on sale, because like if they're gonna like put up for sale like story skips, they need to make a bundle. Because if you buy a story skip, it doesn't level you.
Yeah.
So you have to get a level skip, or you're gonna have to manually grind your way up, which I think is bullshit. You shouldn't have to buy two.
Yeah.
I think they should make a bundle that's like a quick start bundle. It doesn't get you past. It doesn't bring you up to like the beginning of Endwalker. It puts you right before Heavensward. Because I'm gonna be honest, A Realm Reborn and its patch quests, out of every part of the story, because I'm replaying the game for each freaking job and I just decided to make a character for each. The only part I'm not looking forward to is the 7th Astral Era, just because it's literally 11 hours of tediousness. Nothing goes on, like, oh, like freaking Alphino makes a grand company that gets dissolved in like 20 quests. Yeah, it's like nothing substantial happens. It's annoying.
Yeah, isn't your one character list at the end now?
Yeah, my second character, Laowu. Yeah, she's at the end. I've gone to the final area. Most of my all of my characters are the jobs I want them to be. So at this point, it's just picking who I want to play as and keep going. With whoever I feel like playing as that day. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to go play like my ninja character, and I'll pick 3D Shen. Or it's like, oh, I want to play Gunbreaker, so I'll open up like Fiwu. Honestly, a big part of it is just wanting to play as the different, wanting to play as the different jobs. Because honestly, playing through the different like classes on one character, like I had like a friend tell me like you're doing it wrong, making like a character for every job. But honestly, like I don't want to level them all on one character.
Yeah.
It takes so long. Like it's kind of ridiculous how long it takes.
There's no one way to play a game.
Yeah. Maybe you need to like move over a little bit closer to me. On my view. Oh, a little closer. Okay, yeah, if you just turn now.
There we go. Is that better?
Yep, okay, that's a lot better. You're more centered, yeah. Much better. Because you were like on the like side of my screen.
Gotta get used to
But
this stuff.
Yeah. Virtual body is very weird. Sorry, Twitch staff, but I'm not. The bikini streams come later when I'm popular. For now, you get me with a hoodie. Because I don't feel like it.
I don't have enough hours to have my own model.
Yeah. You haven't explored the Matrix enough, and I'm just too lazy and tired. Mostly both, because even though it's not that much work to put like weight paints on a different model, I literally quit after like 10 minutes because I'm like, I can't focus. And it's just because I just get bored, and it's tedious. Honestly, it's the type of thing where I might just pay someone else to do it, because that one person who takes commissions on the Left 4 Dead workshop, $30 for a character replacement, not bad money.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. That's like, why am I doing it myself, you know? Putting in the hours when you can just pay someone arguably below minimum wage. I do feel kind of bad for artists and stuff, because like someone like NFTs are such a mixed bag. Because personally, I think they're not great.
Yeah.
It's like, why does a collectible need to be crypto? Just make a fucking collectible.
Yeah, just make a physical thing.
Yeah, just make a normal fucking collectible. Shit, Webkins have been doing digital collectibles for years. It doesn't need to be a crypto. That's the thing that bothers me, is they want to, oh, it's on the blockchain. Yeah, because that's the only way to verify ownership of something.
Yeah. And all these companies jumping into it.
Yeah.
It's like,
and it's like its main use is like money laundering and shit, but you know, that's the way the news goes.
yeah, like Sega was going to do it, but then they backed out because of the backlash on it.
Which is understandable. Like I said, I think NFTs in the right setup can be good.
Yeah.
For an independent artist who is making their own stuff, and they're the head of the operation. They don't have any middlemen fucking with their payments.
Yeah.
It is all them. I think it can be good, because they can actually make some decent money off of it.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, most artists, they're not charging minimum wage for their work. Which I think is kind of sad, because I think they should. Like, you know, people always make fun of like the $1,000 commissions. Like, what the fuck is this? But think about it. If it's some piece of art that takes them like a month to make,
Yeah.
that the hours put in plus money made per hour, it balances out.
Yeah.
And I can see how NFTs could help bring in more cash. Because yeah, Patreon can be weird, especially with NSFW content. I think it can be a little unfair in that regard, where it's like judgmental
Yeah.
per like on a per thing basis. Like for instance, why it's the sort of thing where people have that whole bitching argument about like fictional character versus age versus all that shit.
Yeah.
Man, we're getting into the juicy topics on the first episode of this.
Yeah.
How ballsy are we?
2.
Yes. But yeah, when it comes to NFTs, I think personally they just, as they are now, they're just bad.
Yeah.
They're done wrong. Like, if you want to mint something, why waste your fucking crypto on like a shitty ass ape picture?
Yeah.
Go get like an NFT of like an actual piece of art. Don't get it on this like randomly generated bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
And like the way
why waste your money?
and the way Twitter has it set up for the profiles, like why?
It's simple, really. So you know who to block on site.
Yeah, honestly.
Because I mean, like, what else are you gonna do? Like,
Because all it gives you is a fancy profile design.
It's the hexagon.
Yeah,
It's
hexagon.
the hexagon. Yeah, it's just dumb. It's such a dumb craze. I don't get it.
Like fitting a profile picture in a circle is one thing. It's hard enough. Now a hexagon trying to fit something in that.
Well,
Can we just go back to squares?
yeah.
Let's go backwards.
Honestly, with crypto though, I think it had potential. Before it got mainstream.
Yeah.
Back when it was just a niche thing in the 2010s and the 2000s, and I'm talking like early 2010s, when it was still kind of niche, I think it had potential because the whole point of it was decentralized currency, which, well, has its ups and downs. Upside, you don't have to like do taxes on it or anything. Downside, if you get robbed, you can't exactly file a report to the IRS.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, yeah, we don't care about your monopoly money, get fucked.
Yeah, and with crypto, look at our GPU prices. They're finally slowly coming down.
That's true.
Thankfully.
Yeah. I mean, I still think I paid a little much for my GPU, but
Yeah,
because
you got for it for what, 7 something?
Almost 700.
Yeah, I think that's a little high for that card, but you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I might flip the RX.
Yeah, you could always do that.
Yeah, because I was thinking about like first seeing if any of the guys want to buy it. Well, actually, no. Why the fuck would any of them want to buy it unless they're like setting up a server?
Yeah.
So I might just have to like flip it on eBay or something like that. I don't know. I'll figure something out.
Because I think Dragon Man's has the same card that you would be selling, so the RX.
Yeah, he is the same one. He's getting a 3060 though.
Yeah, and Derncake already has a laptop. And Rhinover has a, slow computer with no SSD in it.
Yeah. Can afford an index and a digital drawing tablet that has a built-in strobe light because the screen's flickering. But the man can't afford an SSD.
That at most would be 50 for a 500 gig one.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So it's like, come on, man.
Yeah. What else? Trying to read. Okay. Let's see. Let me think. What else to talk about? Trying to think of recent stuff. It is really kind of weird to try and think of like talking stuff.
Yes.
Off the top of the head.
We need to write scripts next time.
Well, no, the whole idea of like
No.
talk show like this is it's just it's just chatting.
Yeah.
And it's just VR chatting.
But maybe we need to at least get some topics written down to use for, have an idea, at least a little bit. And then we can, like, spur from there.
Yeah. Trying to think. Oh, well, I mean, speaking of VR, I heard recently VR Chat has put out the beta for a new avatar system.
Really?
Yeah. You see how like my dynamic bones on my head and my ears? They're actually including a free alternative to it. That's apparently a lot less resource intensive.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it does actually sound pretty neato.
Yeah, because your character needs all the help it can if you want to port the quest.
Oh yeah, I mean, I went with decimating, and even like cranking that shit to the max, it still wasn't cutting it. And I know I can optimize it. As I said earlier, I'm lazy.
Yes, very lazy.
I'm a very lazy individual. But yeah, I mean, when that comes out, I might use their new dynamic bones. I might not. Depends on how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Because right now, this dynamic bone works fine enough for me. But yeah. Speaking of my laziness, it might change eventually soon. I need to keep looking around because the one I was looking at doesn't have an online program for it, unfortunately. So I gotta go back to looking. But I think I am actually gonna get into the cybersecurity sector.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. I don't have enough interest in it for me to research it personally. But I know if I'm forced to look into it in like a school setting, I'll pick it up. I mean, like, it's the sort of thing where there's always going to be jobs for it. There's never going to be any, like, no availability for it.
Never.
So, yeah. It's like, never, that's like, never gonna, like, unable to find a job, so. Because I've come to realize I do not like to do anything that I do as a hobby in a professional sense. It's more of a, if it happens to become a financial income source, nice. But as it took a lot of self-discovery to kind of figure that out, that I have so little fucking motivation to do anything anymore. It's honestly a little worrying. I really should talk to a therapist. But yeah, it's like I said, I'm gonna just get into that. I'm probably gonna either go 4-year because you typically need 4-year with any IT thing. I mean, associates will get you an assistant or something, but I don't.
You want the possible big bucks.
Yeah, I want that 6-figure check.
Yeah.
I want that 6-figure check for installing Malwarebytes. Or I can be the chick to write it. That'd be pretty cool. Although honestly, if I was to do any security thing on my own time, it would probably be to patch up some of the fucking like 20-year-old exploits Windows has.
Yeah.
It is a laundry list of exploits, and it's like, yeah, let's patch some of this shit. Let's fix some of this shit, guys. That should have been fixed years ago instead of being like, you need a TPM to fix our shit.
Yeah, Windows 11, let's make secure boot and TPM a requirement. But they have their flaws too.
Well, of course.
So what are we really solving here? Just more problems for the consumer that don't know what they're doing.
Security is only as good as its weakest link, and it's when its weakest link is a grandma's email. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no wonder the shit spreads so easily.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's why scammers go after older people that don't know what they're doing. Because they can scare them into it. Sending money and whatnot like that.
I just want to know how fucking dense they are. Like, like, no disrespect to the elderly,
Yeah.
but how are you all so incompetent at computers? It's not that hard. It's like, it's so simple. I don't get it. Maybe it's just my younger brain growing up with it, but still. It seems really...
Probably what it is, to be honest. They didn't grow up
Yeah.
with it. They're kind of just threw into it.
But still, even when, like, I was at my grandma's, and they're like, can you help set up the sound bar? And it's like, plug in,
Yeah.
set output. Like, it's really not rocket science. I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of silly. If any of all one viewers are wondering, no, we're not going to be talking about the current world affairs.
No.
That is a whole can of worms, and I would like to avoid politics.
Yes, we're staying out of that area topic.
Only political thing I'm ever going to talk about is, like, you know, equal rights, man. Every person's a person.
Yep.
That's all I'm gonna say is just, you know, don't be a bigot. It takes zero effort to be nice to someone.
Yep.
I mean, at the same token, you get respect when you give it. So yeah.
Exactly. If you want the person to treat you with respect, then you need to treat that person with respect, whether you like them or not.
Mutual way. Yep, two-way respect.
Mm-hmm.
That is kind of funny,
What?
though. Chat is very dead.
Well, did you
I am not surprised.
did you expect anything else? Yep. Mine did too.
Well, you know, what's better to do? What better to do at 4 in the morning than talk into the void?
Exactly.
I considered looking into it, but honestly, at this point, I don't give a shit enough for full body tracking. I don't care. And with this format, I mean, you're not seeing my legs anyway, so with my setup at least.
Yeah. And
It's like
the amount of money you need to do to get that kind of stuff working. You gotta buy lighthouses, you gotta buy the trackers, and all that.
yeah, it's like I'm not using an Index or a Vive or something. I'm using the Quest 2. So my best bet is using my Kinect, and I'd rather not because the Kinect is really broken when it comes to tracking.
As long as you stay in one spot and stay facing forward.
Yeah, if you want to sit down, you know, like sit on a stool. And that way its tracking doesn't totally break down.
Yeah. I think it's funny, it can track ghosts better than normal human beings sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly. It's very functional.
Very functional.
Oh, let's talk about that.
What?
VTubing. I don't know about you, but at least in my vacuum chamber, that is my Reddit and my old Twitter, VTubing kind of seems sort of dead in the traditional sense.
Okay.
what I mean is, like, yeah, you still have someone like Iron Mouse and Project Melody and all that. You still have them up there, like, getting numbers and stuff, but you don't see a lot of.
New people?
Right. You really don't. I mean, yeah, there's still, like, likes of me, but it really is just the sort of thing where there really isn't too many people at it anymore.
Yeah, Rhinovera stopped.
He stopped with the VTubing. I mean, he still
Yeah.
streams, although not gonna lie, it seems silly to abandon your 1,000-follower Twitch for, like,
Nothing on YouTube?
yeah, like, why would you start over? Like, you had 1,000 followers, so clearly the algorithm likes you.
Yeah.
So it really is just the sort of thing of, like, just, it's not that hard.
Absolutely.
But what was I saying again? Yeah,
VTuber.
how there, it really doesn't seem like there's a lot of new VTubers around. I mean, it might just be because I don't really look for them, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch live streams. I don't. If I'm watching them, it's gonna be I'm falling asleep to Vinesauce Joel playing, like, Signal Simulator, just because their streams are really good for background noise.
Most streams I watch are GT Live or LTT's LAN show, but that's about pretty much it anymore.
Yeah, like I said, I mostly watch Vinesauce, but that's really it. And even then, I don't watch them live. I watch,
The
like,
VOD version.
I watch the VODs, and yeah, that's fair. A lot of people do prefer to just watch the VODs, but still.
Yeah. Sometimes it's funnier when I do the after editing.
Yeah, but even then, like, yeah, even with just their straight VODs when they don't really have much edits,
It's still pretty funny. Especially Joel.
It's Vinesauce. It's gonna be funny. But yeah, and part of it's just my lack of. It's kind of ironic in a way, because I like watching YouTube videos that are, like, hour-long documentaries and reviews and shit over, like, those stupid fucking YouTube shorts.
Yeah.
That I wish YouTube would stop recommending me.
The only person I've seen use them like how they should be is Linus Tech Tips, just doing a preview of a video that's going to be coming out the next day or something. That makes sense, in my opinion.
My whole thing with shorts is I didn't hold on, like, I didn't like Vine when it came out. I didn't like TikTok when it came out. I don't fucking care about these stupid shorts.
Yeah.
My attention span isn't that fucking low.
Exactly.
You know? I don't need, like, a constant stream of, like, meme shit.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, the funny video while browsing my feed on Twitter and, like, Reddit are fine, but at the same token, it's like, they're just not my kind of content in the grand scheme of things.
And like when it comes to YouTube, a lot of YouTubers are changing their formats and getting rid of their like intros. Like LTT is thinking about getting rid of it entirely. Just to
the intro.
Yeah, just to put more in one video and stuff. It's like that's like an iconic part of the videos. You can't just take that out. You know? Like I can understand taking it out, but
well, I think part of the reason they're thinking of it is they're trying to combat like sponsor block extensions. Because the way most of those work is they find the end of an intro and then they start the video from there.
That's why the way their format is you can easily skip past the intro and sponsors without missing anything. They did purposely lay out their videos that way. You know?
Yeah, but at the same time, you look at your metrics, they want
more views.
Like, sponsors want to see more people watching that part. Like, because it's really obvious, because you can view when people skip most of the time. And 9 times out of 10, it's when people skip the sponsorship stuff. Which, honestly, I don't blame them. Controversial opinion, ad blocker is basically required on YouTube nowadays. I'm sorry, but no, YouTube, your back-to-back 30-second ads on a 10-second video are not appreciated. Fuck off.
How about a whole hour-long one? With another short 10-minute one or something. Back to back.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're gonna ruin their monetization. YouTube barely pays these fucking people anyway.
Yeah. Like, in this case with, like, Linus and other people, most of their money comes from their sponsors that are actually sponsoring the video itself. Like server companies or whatever the other YouTubers might get. You know? That's where their real money comes from. Not the ads that YouTube gives them. The little chunk change that YouTube gives them anymore.
Yeah, like the only people who are making big money on it are people who are over 1 million subs.
Yeah.
Which I will concede there are a lot more people over 1 million subs than there used to be as YouTube keeps growing. But at the same token, it's like, I don't. It's just me. I hate ads. I always have.
Exactly.
And when they got rid of the dislikes, probably because, advertisers are complaining, well, you want people to not review bomb your ads, make better content.
Exactly.
You can make advertisements that don't suck. You ever heard of frickin' Mac Tonight?
And, like,
that shit bopped for McDonald's.
And taking away the dislikes makes it harder for people to find good videos.
You're gonna try and find a first aid video. Like, I'm gonna have a heart attack. You're gonna run over here and try to find a video on what to fucking do. And it's gonna be like, stab the person.
Yeah.
like, especially trying to find good software
Exactly.
videos. Like, for modding shit. It's like...
That discount and the likes really matter.
Yeah. It's... People don't... Like, and the fact that they also try to, like, move the dislikes to be your recommendation tuning and not just saying not recommended. Because, sorry, YouTube, but I don't want to watch a video of acne being popped disgustingly just so I can dislike it.
Yeah.
I see the thumbnail, I want to say, ew, stop showing me this fucking garbage content.
Exactly.
No offense to the people who make that stuff. I don't want to see it. It's gross.
Yeah.
I don't even think it should be allowed on YouTube. It's borderline.
Well, there's, like,
disgusting.
Pimple popping and stuff's an actual TV show. Which is even more disgusting.
It really is just gross. It's like, I don't want to see that shit.
If I wanted to pop a pimple, I'd pick one off my face.
You know? Yeah, and then, like, ASMR as a category has kind of been... It's something else. From what I've seen on Twitch here, the ASMR category is... Yeah... It's borderline not safe for work.
No big surprise.
Yeah, like part of it for me is just like I don't get why all the teasing. Like, just go to an actual site for that content if you want it so badly, or if you want to stream it so badly. Why dance the lines of the rules when you can just go to a site that flat out allows it,
Exactly.
Like, people always complain about Twitch and YouTube not having good alternatives. Yeah, Twitch and YouTube basically have a monopoly on their main thing, but they are not the end-all be-all. They do have competitors.
Like for instance, Flowplane is coming up,
Oh yeah, that site. Isn't Linus doing that? Isn't that one of his projects?
Yeah, that's one of his, like, I guess, companies, that's part of, Linus Media Group. It's like he doesn't run it, someone else does, but it's part of them.
it's under their.
It's under their umbrella of stuff.
It's like a it's like a subsidiary.
Wasn't always like that, but it transitioned into it. And then you got all the naughty sites, so you can go do that stuff there. So
that's honestly
you don't need that on YouTube and stuff.
It's like, come on, like Project Melody goes to a different site. Like, why can't all of you?
Yeah.
It isn't ASMR when you're like talking to chat when you're sitting in like a hot tub with like a barely safe like avatar,
Yeah.
It's just kind of ridiculous.
I still wish YouTube went back before they had to deal with all the YouTube kid crap.
Oh yeah, that's stupid. So many comment sections got totally lost to time
Exactly.
for that crap.
And like, the thing that makes it really stupid is if it's a video marked for kids, you can't like save it to a playlist. It's like, why? What does playlists and kids have to not? Why can't they work?
It is a little bizarre, isn't it?
A playlist. What about if a parent's using their kid's account to make a playlist of videos for them, But you can't.
Yeah, it's really silly. Like, same with the no downloading, even if you have premium and all that. It's why it's barely a video on YouTube. It might as well just be like a saved.mp4.
Exactly.
Except it's not saved and you have to explicitly go look for it.
Exactly. Just go and get a software and download the video yourself, and then you have it forever, as long as your drive don't die.
Yeah. Or well, let's be honest, the main device kids would be using, like phones and shit.
Which there's apps for phones and stuff now too, so.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Well, I don't know about iOS, but Android sure does. Because, Android's more open.
Well, yeah, that's why. It's personally why I prefer Android. It's just, I'm sorry, Apple users. I don't have to like jailbreak my phone just to install my own app.
Yeah, just go into simple settings and say allow apps from unknown sources. And then that's all you gotta do.
Yep.
No possibly worrying about your device being dead forever and have to go buy a new one.
Yeah.
The only reason I'll ever have an iOS device is it would be an iPad of some sort for certain apps that are only for them, that you can't get on Android.
Yeah, I can see an iPad being a pretty good productivity tool and whatnot. Like, honestly, like, if the iPad that, like, I gave to you, if it didn't have that touchscreen problem and, it wasn't also first gen.
And only on iOS 9.
Yeah.
That's the big problem.
Yeah, honestly, it would be pretty cool to have an actual tablet with a screen.
Yeah.
That's the main reason I don't really like making digital art. Yeah, I have Clip Studio Paint, but it is such a pain to draw like the offhand reference. It's like I'm drawing with like a reference, but it's the actual page I'm drawing on.
Yeah.
It throws me off.
That's why I want to kind of save up for the new iPad Air that just came out, because it looks really nice.
I haven't been following Apple stuff personally.
The new Air is basically like the Pro, but in the Air size. It has the same chip and stuff, the M1.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I think it has a little bit less RAM, but other than that, for like gaming and other stuff like that, you really don't need the Pro. It's powerful enough.
Yeah.
So.
Let's think of like one other topic, because we're going on 50 minutes, and I'm thinking an hour is a good length.
Yeah.
What else? What else can I talk about? How about we talk about GTA?
Expanded and enhanced pulpit.
Yeah, that whole absolute mess.
It's like, come on, Rockstar.
I can't wait to watch the Crowcat video on
Oh.
it. Well, you know, Crowcat always makes videos after things like launch and they're like don't live up to expectations and shit. That happened for Back for Blood. His video on it was really good. But yeah, like expanded and enhanced is
It's great for what it is. If it was a free upgrade.
But the fact it's not, and they also decided to launch a new like monthly subscription service. Too.
Exactly.
It's like, guys,
we don't need this.
You have one of the best selling games of all time. Do you really fucking need more money?
The answer is they do not.
Like, they keep getting income through the fucking shark cards because of how many, you know, stupid kids don't want to grind KO Perico over and over again. I probably said that wrong. I don't give a shit.
Weird word. It's fine.
But yeah, like I said, it's one of those things where they're just kind of milking it at this point.
Exactly.
And the annoying part is they're gonna get more money from this.
Exactly.
Enough people are gonna jump into it. Enough people are gonna go for it and keep buying shark cards and go for the subscription thing.
Exactly.
And all that shit. And it's like,
and us
why?
PC people just want the freaking cars and stuff that's in it, in the upgraded graphics. It's like, that fire effect and glass breaking is freaking nice. But
I just want to be able to play GTA. I want to be able to play GTA PC without being stuck to friends only lobbies.
Yeah, the modding situation.
So many, like, come on, guys.
Like,
you're using peer-to-peer connection that isn't encrypted. What are you fucking doing?
Exactly.
That's so dangerous. I mean, that's the whole thing with Muthahar, some ordinary gamers. He got fucking doxxed through GTA. Did you ever hear about that? Yeah, he got fucking doxxed in a public lobby because the fucking mod menu there's like a fucking mod menu. There's a few of them that can fucking snipe players' IPs.
Jeez.
Because GTA does not have encrypted peer-to-peer connection.
It really should.
Yeah, it's like 2022 and we can't implement encryption into our fucking network net coding. Like, what the fuck?
Can we at least have like dedicated servers that everyone connects to and stuff? And not just instead of peer-to-peer. Something. And like, don't get me wrong, modding's okay as long as you're not the ones that go around doxing people and causing mayhem for other people. If you're just a quiet bystander, I don't care, you know?
My issue with the mod menus is, how is it fun to cheat in a multiplayer game?
Exactly. Other than you can get as much money as you want as long as you're careful. Don't get caught. In God mode, ooh.
The reason I don't is because it's like, I don't understand how it can be fun. I just don't. It's like the same thing with why people cheating in TF2 and shit. It's like, how is this fun for you?
Like,
oh, you're launching a bunch of sniper bots on a dead fucking game to ruin people's day. How is that fun? You're doing like no fucking effort to do it. And people aren't having a laugh. Everyone's just annoyed. You're just killing the fucking mood. You're just being an asshole.
Exactly. Like in GTA Offline, you know, story mode modding is freaking fun. Adding cars and
you can go fucking crazy in single player.
That's really fun. But online, I really don't understand it. It's like,
because like it's like, yeah, I'm gonna put everyone in the lobby in like a fucking cage, or spawn a bunch of fucking cars on them, or spawn money on them to get them fucking banned.
Or how about teleporting them all to an apartment and then watch them all get killed because they all shoot each other because they're all in one area.
That's just not fun. That's the whole thing. Like, the worst part is, like, when it comes to blowing up other people's, like, assets and shit in GTA, I think the worst part is that GTA kind of, like, low-key encourages it.
Exactly.
Where they're like, hey, so-and-so's moving product. Go blow it up.
Yeah, they put a giant red target on
that's a dick move. It's like, no, that's a dick move to blow up someone else's product, and not only that, but your payment is nothing.
Yeah.
You get, like, nothing out of it. It's not worth it.
Other than seeing the smoldering wreckage.
Yeah, and all you do is piss off another player, so they have to go rebuild their shit up and do the sale again.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got paid, like, a pittance of cash.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's just ridiculous.
I don't get how they can have catharsis out of it. It's just not. It's like it's not enjoyable for anyone involved. You're just being a dick.
I think it's what the funny thing is. Rockstar said they were cracking down on it. It doesn't seem like it. You know?
They said they were cracking down on it. They sent a cease and desist to the Luna mod menu, and then silence.
Exactly. Like one attempt, that's it.
Well, I think what they were hoping would happen is that Luna would be an example, and the rest would just back off.
Which didn't happen.
Well, yeah, because it's the internet, and yeah, that doesn't scare people.
Exactly.
If you want to scare people, you have to be like the Nintendo ninjas and, like, send a private investigator to the dev's house.
Or do what they did to Logan and literally sent court papers to his house. Because he was using plushies of them.
Yeah, but, like, with the developers, it's like, with the mod menu stuff, it's like, part of it is implementing an anti-cheat too.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing I will say. I have not seen a cheater in Fortnite or fucking. I've not seen a cheater in Fortnite, and I've not seen one in Paladins yet.
Exactly.
And I gotta say, that easy anti-cheat, it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good.
As long as you're not on Linux.
Well, it's not Valve anti-cheat, it's something else, and I think that one actually works on Linux. Or they just don't let the game run on Linux, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that one... You can't play games with those anti-cheat enabled at all. Just because of the way Linux is. Because how open Linux is. It's just... The anti-cheats just automatically shut you off.
Which is what they should do, instead of the way Valve anti-cheat is, where it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Kill the bots.
Yeah, the bots suck. On any platform, honestly.
Exactly.
Whether it be Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Reddit.
Yeah, I feel so bad for the YouTubers that have to deal with those comment bots and stuff. It's like, why?
You'd think the feature to filter out spam comments would have fixed that, considering how long that's been a thing.
Well, that's the thing. You know why it doesn't work? Because the spam freaking changes it ever so slightly so it can't get detected.
Well, then that's just because they need to also... They already have one AI for recommendations. Why not they implement the second one for comments?
Well, the one YouTuber, Theo Joe, made a freaking program to do it for them. But you have to manually run it and stuff. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
But it works really well. Google just needs to be, call them up and maybe implement it, on an actual server YouTube level.
Yeah. Well, they'd also have to check it.
Well,
because,
yeah, but
we don't need to have something like what happened with 2B2T happen to YouTube, where they accept a community fix and then they got hacked. Yes, it has been an hour. I'd say that's pretty good.
I guess it's time to sign off then.
Alrighty then. It's been Streaky6 just coming at you with... Oh, I jumped in.
See you guys
See ya.
Have a
Thanks for
great
listening.
evening, morning, whatever it might be. Later.